So once you've exported your Rhino file into Illustrator, you can go ahead and navigate to your Illustrator file that you've saved. I'm going to open up the section test just to start, and then I'll show you the file that I actually used, just so we can get a sense of what it's going to look like once you open it up. So when you open your file, it's probably going to look something like this. The artboard is this white piece here. So we need to make the artboard bigger so that it's going to fit our drawing inside. So you can just go edit artboards in the properties. And I think something just like this will be fine. Okay, and exit. So then I'm going to move my drawing just into the middle here. Perfect. So as you can see, all the layers come in as they are labeled in Rhino. They have the overarching group name and then the sublayer name and the sublayer name. So you can go ahead and like rename these if you want to get rid of kind of the excess information. Oops. Okay, so once you've organized your files, it's pretty easy from here. I find that this part is the easiest. So you basically can just select everything on a layer by clicking on the circle here and editing the line weights and the fill just by using these two, or the colors and the stroke. So for example, if I zoom in here, let's start with something easy like the ground line. I know that I want that to be a thick line, so I'm going to select all the objects on ground line layer, and it's set to the color that it was in Rhino, but let's make it black. And let's give it a bigger thickness, like so. You probably want to even go thicker, but it depends on the style of your choice. But as you can see, everything has kind of got rounded edges, which I don't really want. I want them to be blunt, nice right angles. So I'm just going to select everything and navigate to Windows since I don't have this bar pulled up already, and I'm going to find the stroke option. Yours might look something like this when you bring it in. You just need to click these three lines and show options. And I'm just going to dock this here so I have it for next time. And as you can see right now, the corner is set to round join, but I want to set it to miter join. And that should give us a nice clean right angle. So now that that is done, I'm going to continue editing this file just to kind of be a little bit more how I want it. So I'm going to find the cut through objects. I don't want them to be pink. So let's go to black. And I want them to actually be filled in. So I'm just going to switch between your outline, your stroke, and your fill by swap fill and stroke, or Shift X. Just click that. And as you can see, that fills in everything that is on that layer. That's why it's really important that you want to have closed polylines. It's just going to make your life a little bit easier. But for some of these items, I actually don't want them to be filled. So you can just kind of go through and edit things as you see fit. And do things just like that. Just edit them how you want them. But it's pretty easy to just kind of go through and start getting a sense of what you want things to look like. So I want the background information to be light gray. I can also reduce the opacity a little bit. And then I'm actually going to hide these just for now. I can always come back and look at that when I'm adding people in Photoshop. Now I'm going to bring you to the file that I actually used just to show you what this ended up looking like. So I'm going to save this just for fun. And I'm going to open up my riff sections, which was the project name. So this is what it ended up looking like. I think I added these bracings in Illustrator, not in Rhino, just because I decided that I wanted them after. But as you can see, I pretty much just went in and added fills or strokes to each item. It's not much more complicated than that. And I kept my files organized as well. So once you're done with Illustrator and you have all your line weights set and all of your colors set, you can go ahead and you don't have to export this to any other file type. You can keep it as Illustrator, but you just want to make sure your file's saved. And then you can get ready to open up Photoshop.